My name's Henry Kaminski, also known as the Brand Doctor, and I'm super pumped for you to catch me on the next Jesse T Show.
Henry, what's going on, brother?
Dude, Jess, I am so pumped to be here, man. I love your energy, first and foremost. And I'm looking to have a great conversation with you today.
Same on all the above, brother. I mean, you're energetic, you're intense in a great way, and I'm excited to hear more about you. So tell the audience a little about who you are and what brought you to today.
Yeah, so let's go back. It's going to be 15 years. My God. So I started off as a freelance graphic designer 15 years ago. I was doing nightclub flyers for all the clubs in Jersey and New Jersey and New York and Connecticut. And I grew that business into a multi-million-dollar branding agency. Now we have 13 team members, and we work with personality brands. So we work for coaches, consultants, speakers, authors, folks that want to monetize their expertise. This is something that I've been grateful and blessed to achieve on my own. And now I help other personality brands like myself do the same thing through brand strategy, brand development, brand identity design, and all that weaved into sales and marketing strategy and funnels. You know, a lot of people know me as the funnel guy. So being able to weave in all of my expertise in branding with the sales and marketing funnel game has been a huge success for my clients. And so I'm here to talk shop and help your audience today from anywhere from personal branding all the way to how do I leverage the internet to generate revenue?
Yeah, let's start there. Let's start with leveraging the internet to generate revenue. So just from the lens of, you can go archetypal, specific types of, like you said, coaches, clients, authors, or just any budding entrepreneur. A lot of their questions stem around, how do I make money? How do I make money using the internet as an asset? Do I do email sequences? Do I do this, X, Y, Z? Talk a little bit about the mindset, the strategy behind that, and then how people can actually make money using the internet.
Yeah, so I'll share some stories with you, because I think the best way people learn is through story. So let's go back. I'm 5 years into my business, and the business is tanking miserably, and I don't know what to do. I'm getting resentful to my clients because I don't want to do that work anymore. I was probably 31 years old. And I remember I was putting in those 20-hour days. And I remember taking a break, walking into my kitchen, grabbing a bite to eat and going, am I going to be designing nightclub flyers when I'm 40 and 50 years old? I sure as hell hope not. And it was that moment that I said, I need to get out of this rat race, because that industry was getting extremely competitive. And we were nickel and dimed for like $25 a job back then.
Wow.
So it was starting to get really bad, right? And so I said, I have to find my way out. But what was happening was a couple of things. One, I wasn't financially intelligent back then. And I would spend every dollar I made. And that was a big problem. So I couldn't afford not to work. So I had to take these jobs. Otherwise, I could keep my lights on, and I couldn't maintain or sustain the lifestyle that I was living.
Right.
Anybody looking at me back then, they were like, who's got it better than Henry? But I was miserable inside. Miserable. And so I finally sought help after I was down to my last $2,500. And I think at that point I had even expended that, and I was negative in the bank account.
Real quick, were you did you have a family? Did you have a mortgage? Like, did you have huge responsibilities outside the business? Yeah.
Yep. So recently married. I was married about a year, a little less. Just bought a brand new townhome with my wife. And I thought that everything was going to be just fine. And until I realized that I wasn't doing work that was fulfilling anymore. I started that self-sabotage journey. Like, I'm just going to be a prick to everybody. I'm going to be short-tempered. You know, I'm going to push as many people away personally and professionally as I can. And hopefully it all goes away.
Wow.
Right. And eventually I had to break the news to my wife that I was broke and the business was broke. And I didn't know what to do. I really didn't know what to do at that point. And, you know, my girlfriend, wife now, was with me when I made my first buck, you know what I mean? So she saw the life prior to me achieving any sort of success.
Ride or die.
Yeah. You want to call her ride or die. That's exactly. And she's still here today, you know, 14 years later.
Oh yeah.
And she said, listen, you need help. I'm going to help you find help and you're going to get back at it. And so
what did that look like?
Yeah. So I was searching the internet for digital marketing help.
Yeah.
Right. And I came across Digital Marketer, the company Digital Marketer. And they had this promo at the time where it was $1 for their Facebook group, like community. Mm-hmm. I was like, hell, I have $1. I'll take a shot at my, right. So I get into this group and everybody started talking about funnels and marketing and this and that and upsells, downsells. I didn't know what any of that language was. And I learned about ClickFunnels. And ClickFunnels, for those folks that don't know, is a software people use to build landing pages that are optimized to generate leads and optimized to sell a product or service.
Yep.
Bottom line, right? And so I started digging in that ClickFunnels realm, learned about Russell Brunson, started listening to his podcast and said, I got to learn more about this Inner Circle program. It's something that it's this coaching program. So I go through his funnel and I get on the phone with a salesperson and they're like, it's $25,000 to get into this thing. Ooh. And that last thing I spent that kind of money on was my wedding. Cause in New Jersey, it's like, you're not getting anything under 50 grand for a wedding. Damn. So I was like, there's no way I can't afford this. And they said, well, there's this $10,000 program. It's very similar. Maybe you want to come into that. So I had good credit and I had a credit card. And I said, it's not if this works, it's when this works. I'm going to double down on me. I'm going to bet on myself here and I'm going to get out of this mess one way or another.
Wow.
So I gave him 5 G's up front and then I had to pay off the other 5, get on a call with Russell. And Russell says to me, well, 20 minutes into the conversation, we're both hysterical crying because I'm telling him my whole life story and it's resonating with him. He's getting emotional. And he said, Henry, there's one thing you're missing. I'm looking at your website now and it's not the website you see today. I had just spent my last 26 grand on this website redesign.
Wow.
Right. So I wasn't afraid to spend money, but I was spending money on the wrong things.
Yes.
And he said, Henry, beautiful website. I mean, it's stunning, but there's one thing missing. And I said, what? He said, you have this big bubbly personality and you're nowhere to be found on the website. So you're just another design company